Coming from Woblin Island, the second overrated monster is Creepskew. Now this may sound confusing to some, but in my personal experience, you will get crucified for saying even the tiniest critique about Creepskew. Okay, now I'm realizing that Creepskew is more just underhated than overrated, but people really did get mad at me whenever I said that Creepskew sucked, like in a random comment section. So those people in that comment section did overrate Creepskew, but I think most of the community doesn't overrate it, they just underhate it, because this monster sucks, it deserves more hate. I feel like half of these Creepskew fans don't even like it either, and just want to feel different by liking a monster that a bunch of people hate. So to that I say, it's okay to not be different, you don't always gotta be special. And for the other half that actually does like this monster, I genuinely never saw the appeal. Because one, it is hideous. I get monsters aren't supposed to look good, but this thing is miles uglier than any other one. Two, one of its tracks is just completely inaudible. And three, another one of his tracks just has a confusing animation in my opinion. Starting off with my second point about one track being quiet. I actually thought that all of his tracks were quiet for a while, until I realized that I could always hear its sounds, but I just never knew that it was from Creepskew. Track 3, however, really is super quiet though, and I'm not the only one who believes this, because there's multiple videos titled Woblin Island, but you can actually hear Creepskew where they turn up the track's volume. And yes, I get that not every monster in the game has to be the lead monster that carries the entire song, but when a track is this quiet, then it just becomes useless. Now about one of the tracks having a confusing animation, this may just be me, but I never really understood track 2's animation. Track 1's animation is pretty simple, with Creepskew hitting its drum to produce a hi-hat sound. So for the longest time I thought that maybe track 2 had the same idea, except the animation just wasn't synced up to the sound, or maybe it was just making sounds out of thin air, I don't know. It's only now, a bunch of years later, that I realized that track 2's sound is coming from Creepskew's teeth.
Oh my god!
I feel like not making Creepskew's arms move so much for that animation would have made it less confusing, but this is probably just a problem that only I've encountered because I'm stupid. I still stand firmly in my two other points though, don't get me wrong on that.